Hello peoples, today is Friday, February 17th, 2017. As always, my name is Jake Baldino, and it's time to talk about some video game stuff that happened this week. But first things first, we have to address that big giveaway we were doing for our new spin-off channel called Waste Time, which if you haven't checked that out yet, you should, because it's just us doing stuff, we upload over there when we can, and we talk about random stuff, science, entertainment, facts, kind of just whatever else we want to run our mouths on. So if you like our style here, check out our approach to other topics, I guess. Well, we went ahead and added another winner to this contest. I don't know if you guys saw last week's Friday show. So the first two winners are Austin Putnam and Darian Dixon. And the newest winner we haven't announced yet is Gambit896 from the UK. Also, Gambit is my favorite X-Men character. It's funny how that worked out. I didn't pick him for that reason. But thank you guys so much if you did check out our new channel. It's almost at 100,000 subscribers. It's absolutely crazy. We hope we can start growing it a little more. Maybe do giveaways over there and over here. So that's cool. But now we got to talk about video game stuff. And the first thing we have to talk about is one of my favorite things of all time. And that is Crash Bandicoot. You guys probably saw this. They teased a big announcement. The announcement wasn't really that exciting except for the fact that now we have a release date for the Insane Trilogy collection, that like remasters and collects the original first three Crash games, which are arguably absolutely the best. The game is going to release in June, but interestingly enough, it's only going to be $40. And I think that's really cool because the more Crash Bandicoot that can get in people's hands, because I know a lot of people are below that age bracket, so they didn't play, and it's probably one of the better platformers, honestly. Some people are going to roast me for that, but I don't care.
I got curious, like, how has no one made, like...
Cash Bandicoot?
I know made a career as Cash Bandicoot.
Is that like a DJ?
I don't know, like, he looks like a rapper. Yo, this is trash.
That's not good.
It's like Trash Bandicoot.
Cash Bandicoot? What a fucking lost cause. One of the bigger surprises this week is that Niantic and the Pokemon Company seemingly got their shit together and released the first really big update for Pokemon Go. The most notable things are a redesigned catching interface that makes switching between balls easier, but the biggest thing is 80 new Gen 2 Pokemon. And that's good because I think most people by now have probably caught most of the Pokemon, so new Pokemon showing up is good. I will still say though, this doesn't do enough to bring me back. I played that game like crazy like everyone else did the week or maybe even the first month it came out, and then I was immediately burnt out, never went back to it. I do want to know if you guys are going to jump back into it for this. Do you like it enough to give it another shot and catch Gen 2 Pokemon? Because the game still makes crazy money. It's still on like top charts for some things, but I don't feel it anymore. Do you guys? You guys remember that game that Capcom announced back when they first like revealed the PS4 called Deep Down? I honestly thought it was really cool. It looked kind of awesome. It was like this weird mix of like Dark Souls, Dragon's Dogma, but in like 100 years after modern society in New York City collapses. So it's like a post-apocalyptic Dark Souls type of game. Well, it kind of just got brushed to the wayside and forgotten about, but it has resurfaced in the news because Capcom has reportedly been doing some trademarks protection dealings for the phrase Deep Down. So they are still keeping it around, it seems like.
I wonder what the porn parody that will be called.
Deep Dangus. I wonder what happened with this one because it has been a while since we've heard anything. Maybe they went back to the drawing board. Maybe they ditched the free-to-play model that it was originally supposed to have. I would have kind of liked to see that. But we won't really know for sure until they announce something. But I will say that this type of behavior, the way they've been treating it, and the basic timeline suggests to me that we're going to see the game again, but maybe in a completely different light. If last year, like 2016, things like The Last Guardian could release, then I'm not going to immediately dismiss other games that we haven't heard about for a while. And something that definitely got some people in a tizzy this week is the announcement of what is basically the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Season Pass, which is something that I didn't really expect. Now, of course, don't get it twisted. Nintendo has done downloadable content DLC stuff in the past, like with characters for Super Smash Brothers. Also, I believe Splatoon had a lot of DLC. So apparently when the game releases on March 3rd, you can pay $20 and that basically is the season pass. They call it an expansion pass and it gives you access to 2 new sets of DLC for the game when they become available later in the year. When you buy the pass outright in the beginning, you immediately get 3 new treasure chests in the game, and one of those treasure chests has a shirt that Link can wear that has the Nintendo logo on it. No thanks, honestly. The first content pack is apparently going to release this summer, and it's going to have a Cave of Trials challenge, a new hard mode, and different features for the in-game map. The second content pack, which seems to be more interesting, is the one that releases apparently in holiday 2017, because that one gives you new challenges, a new dungeon, but more importantly, a completely new story that they said. So I wonder what they're going to do, if it's like a side story with a side character, maybe you play as Princess Zelda, I don't know. But this pass is going to be for the Switch and Wii U version of the game, but apparently you can't purchase them individually, so you just got to go all in, which kind of sucks, especially because I don't know if this content is really enough besides the new original story, but that's just me. It also just feels really weird to pay for DLC for something as like sacred, I guess, as Zelda, It can't just be just me, right? Like, I don't know. I guess nothing is sacred anymore, but it's like, you think Zelda is this thing. You don't have expansion passes and downloadable contents and extra challenges for something like Zelda. But maybe I'm just being a little bit of a fanboy. I don't know. Something that I thought would lead to an interesting conversation. It popped up. It got upvoted a lot on Reddit, and we're speaking of paying for things. Somebody pointed out that if you are an Xbox Live Gold member, you should just not have ads on your dashboard. And honestly, I think that's a pretty valid thing that should be real. Am I crazy? Am I the only person that thinks that? Because it's not like you can use ad blocker on a console, right? And sometimes it's kind of annoying when you fire up your Xbox or even your PS4, sometimes the way they place those tiles and you just see like Mountain Dew and Doritos everywhere. When you're shelling out like $10 a month for an online subscription, you know, you would think you would get a little more. It would be nice if those things kind of like worked like YouTube Red. You pay the subscription and the ads are magically gone. Like everything else I talk about today, I linked the thread down in the description below because there's some pretty interesting conversation there. Go check it out. Also, since we were talking about Nintendo, there have been a lot of, I guess, leaks, if you can call them that, with the Nintendo Switch. Apparently, some retailers accidentally shipped out some Switches to some customers early. So we got some hands-on of the Switch. We've got unboxing videos. We've also got a look at the UI, which actually apparently reveals now. The coolest news is that stuff you purchase will be linked to your Nintendo account, not that device. If you are a Nintendo fan and you've had a 3DS or a Wii U or anything, you know how much of a pain in the ass it is buying digital stuff and then losing it. In the brief glimpses I took, it does seem like the UI is actually pretty good, especially for a Nintendo product. It seems really clean, simple, and elegant, and I'm all about it. But I also said I took a brief glimpse because to me, this is spoilers. Like, I don't know if that sounds stupid, but the whole excitement of getting a new console and opening it up, or a PC if you're a PC gamer, and just opening your shit up for the first time and seeing it and smelling it, as creepy as that sounds, like just the whole rush of a new launch. I like to be surprised. I don't want to see what it's like. I don't want to see that experience online. I want to see it for myself, you know? Also, BioWare just posted a trailer focusing on the combat of Mass Effect Andromeda, which, honestly, with a Mass Effect game, I get the least excited about combat, and I still haven't been excited about Andromeda at all. But I'm surprised. This is a good trailer that actually fully shows the gameplay and really details what it's like, and it looks fun as hell. This is like a dirty word, but it almost reminds me of Destiny a little bit. Also, I just wanted to talk about this briefly because on the Friday show, we never really talk about good NetherRealm Studio fighting games and like character reveals and stuff because they know how to do it better than anybody else. But they just revealed Swamp Thing for Injustice 2, and like all of us here, we're like fans of Swamp Thing, and the gameplay trailer of him looks really cool. He's got some really cool moves. They also showed off a trailer revealing some of the female fighters in the game. You got Catwoman, you got Poison Ivy, which looks awesome. You got Cheetah, which is still a hilarious DC character that I will never not laugh at, and Black Canary. Also, some stuff shown off from the Injustice 2 mobile version allude that maybe we'll see someone like Scarecrow in Injustice 2, the full game, which could be pretty awesome. But in terms of stuff to talk about, that's about it. It's been a dramatic week for YouTube, but not really a very exciting week for video games. But you guys know we got to do that console giveaway we do every single week. Every single week, there's a link below. You click it, you enter, you sign up. You're entered once, and then you're entered forever. So then every single week, I go in, close my eyes, and randomly choose one winner to win a free console of their choice. This week's winner is going to be this person right here. Thank you very much. Keep an eye on your inbox because I'm going to be emailing you to get in touch with how I can send this to you. Also, congrats to the previous winners and the winners of our gaming PC laptop. You guys are all the best, but now we got to talk about all the video game stuff that happened this week. How do you feel about Zelda basically having a season pass? It's really weird. I don't know if I'm like being overly dramatic about it, but I do want to hear from you guys. Also, deep down, if that was a thing, if that were a game to come back, would you be down with it? Also, now that you've been seeing maybe more leaks and more actual hands-on of the Nintendo Switch, are you down with it? And of course, Pokemon Go. Are you gonna bother? Are you gonna jump back in? I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't think I'm gonna. But if you are, I do want to hear from you. Let's talk about any of that stuff down in the comments below. I'll be there as much as I possibly can. I'll also be on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Jake Baldino. So be sure to let me know what you think and what you'll be playing this weekend. I'm still gonna keep playing Yakuza 0 because I'm obsessed with that game. But y'all probably know the drill by now. Thanks so much for coming around. Clicking that like button helps us out a ton. And if you haven't subscribed, you should, because we put out videos every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Pizza's on me.